Christmas dinner at my mother's house has always followed a predictable rhythm. The same tablecloth that never quite lays flat. The same uneven chairs pulled from different rooms. The same jokes recycled because no one expects anything new from anyone else. Least of all from me. I usually sit near the end of the table, close to the kitchen, where conversation fades in and out. Not exiled exactly, just placed where I won't disrupt the flow. I learned a long time ago that my role was to be agreeable background. Present, but not central, useful when needed, ignored when not. That year felt no different. I arrived with a bottle of mid-range wine, something polite but not showy. My sister barely glanced up from her phone. My mom gave me a quick hug, already half turned back to the stove. Everyone was busy being themselves. Grandma had died the year before. Her house had hovered over family conversations ever since, like a topic people circled without touching. It was old, modest, but in a neighborhood that had changed fast. Everyone knew it meant money. Everyone assumed I wasn't part of that equation. We sat. Plates were filled. Forks scraped. The television murmured softly from the other room. Some holiday movie nobody was watching. I was halfway through my first glass of wine when my mom said it. Nada. Cruelly. Almost cheerfully. Finally sold Grandma's house, she said, smiling at her plate. Then she glanced up at me, just briefly. You were never in the will anyway, so it won't complicate things. The words landed without ceremony, like stating the weather. My sister laughed, not surprised, amused. Good, she said. He'd just waste it. There was no malice in her voice. That almost made it worse. This wasn't anger. This was certainty, a shared understanding about who I was and what I was worth. I didn't feel a surge of heat or a rush of humiliation. Mostly I felt tired of how familiar this moment was, even though the details were new. The assumption. The quiet agreement. The way no one thought to check if I was okay hearing it. I took another sip of wine. I remember noticing the taste more than usual. Dry, balanced. Grounding. I hadn't planned to say anything. I'd learned that reacting only fed the narrative that I was emotional, impractical, unreliable. Silence had always been safer. But this time, silence felt like collaboration, so I said it calmly, almost conversationally. Cool, I said. Hope you enjoy the cash. I paused just long enough to breathe. Since I'm the one who bought it. At first, no one reacted. My sister's fork hovered halfway to her mouth. My mom blinked once, then frowned slightly, like she was doing mental math that wasn't adding up. That's not funny, my sister said. I know, I replied. I didn't elaborate. I didn't justify. I didn't raise my voice. I went back to my wine. The silence thickened. Not dramatic. Uncomfortable. The kind of silence where people are waiting for someone else to restore order. My mom cleared her throat. What are you talking about? I bought Grandma's house, I said, last spring. That's impossible, my sister said immediately. I would have known, I nodded. You knew it sold, but not to you. That part didn't seem important to anyone. My mom pushed her chair back slightly, irritation creeping into her posture. Why wouldn't you tell us? I thought about all the answers I could give. None of them would land, so I chose the simplest. No one asked. The external shift didn't come with yelling or accusations. It arrived quietly, through fact. My mom stood and walked to the sideboard where she kept important papers. She rifled through a folder, her movements sharp now. She pulled out a document. Read it. Read it again. Her face changed. Not anger, not shame, recognition. My sister leaned over her shoulder. Went still. The house had been sold, yes. Legally. Cleanly. The buyer listed was an LLC, mine. Something I'd formed years ago when I started investing quietly, methodically. Not flashy. Not worth mentioning at holidays. Grandma hadn't left me the house. She'd left me something else. The option to buy it before it went to market. She told me once, near the end, that I was the only one who listened when she talked about practical things. Repairs. Taxes. Reality. I didn't interrupt while they processed this. I didn't enjoy it. I observed it, the way you watch weather roll in. So, my sister said finally, her voice smaller now, you're the landlord. Owner, I corrected, gently. My mom sat back down slowly. The confidence she'd carried all evening didn't return. She didn't apologize. That wasn't her style. "I didn't know you had that kind of money," she said. I nodded again. "Most people don't." The rest of dinner continued in fragments. Conversation restarted, but it avoided me now, orbiting cautiously. No one challenged me. No one congratulated me. The power hadn't flipped dramatically. It had shifted sideways into something quieter and harder to undo. When dessert came out, my sister didn't meet my eyes. My mom asked if I wanted more coffee. I declined. Later, as I put on my coat, my mom touched my arm. "You should have told us," she said, softer now. I looked at her. Really looked. She wasn't angry. She was unsettled. The story she'd carried about me had cracked, and she didn't know what to replace it with. "Maybe?" I said. "But you seemed comfortable not knowing." I left without waiting for a response. Driving home, I didn't feel victorious. I felt lighter. Not because I'd proven anything, but because I hadn't fought to be understood. I'd let reality speak, calmly, cleanly. Some relationships depend on you staying small. When you don't, they don't always break. Sometimes they just go quiet. And sometimes, that quiet is the most honest thing you get.